Hello, 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 my darlings. How are you? Well, no get up today. Not really get up. Just a little something, something, a little something, something. Not a whole lot because I went somewhere today. Did you see my short I did earlier? I was a big girl. I actually drove over onto Howard Mill Road. I actually parked. I used my phone to pay for the parking. After I figured out what they wanted, I paid for the parking and then I actually walked slowly to the event. Where did I go? I was invited on the guest list at the American Independent Music Publishers event, AIMP. And it was Michael Tyler, who is, he's part of the Academy for years, the Music Academy. He said, Georgianne, if you're going to be doing music, you need to go somewhere and learn something. You need to go where the music people are. How are you going to talk about being with music, doing music, having music, and you're not anywhere where the people are, where the movers and shakers are? Well, how would I know that? I just write music and sing it for other people to sing. It was just an adventure. Let's give you the first part of the adventure. Don't forget how old you are. I was reminded there was no parking nearby. Nobody took me. There was no handicap. There was nothing. And so I sat there and sweat bullets because I was like, you know what? Michael has invited me to this thing. I told him I was going to come. But it's back there. It's way down the street. And you park way up here. And when you pass by, you didn't see anybody that was remotely your age. But you didn't even have to pass by. You knew doggone well there was nobody remotely your age there. But you gotta learn. You gotta go. I never heard of the American Independent Music Publishers, which I needed to have heard of them. It was an auspicious occasion. It was very, very, very nice. I enjoyed being there. So when I walked in, well, first I made it down the street. And when I got to the part where they could see, so it was going downhill. I said, that's not bad going down, but I don't know how in the heck I'm going to get back up. I said, well, Lord, you're going to have to give me that strength. So I slowly, so when I got where everybody can see you walking in the event and people could look up, I said, well, they think I'm somebody's grandmother going on down the street. So I walked, or I left my cane. Yes, I did. And so I walked slowly where there was something to hold on to. And I walked in and I looked around. I said, OMG, Georgianne, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I had to go to the bathroom. Always, so I said, excuse me, where's the restroom, please? So I scooted past all these people that were, I was their great grandmama. And I went in the restroom and I had to talk to myself because I had something really traumatic happen earlier today. And I hadn't had time to process that trauma. And then here I was over here where Michael couldn't come. Because originally Michael was going to be there, because that would be somebody I knew. And he's got a long-standing, just, long-time musician, long-time in the Academy, Grammy, all of that. There I was by myself. So after I came out the restroom, I saw the food. And you can always go by the food. And then I saw a young man. I meant to give him a card. And I said, I want you to help me pretend that I'm not the oldest one here. And he said, okay. It was fun. The food was delicious. Oh, something was in there. I was at, oh God. Now, it's terrible. I don't know where I was. If I have to get up today, I'm going to be mad with myself. I wrote down everything except the name of the place. Wama Water Mama or something like that. Anyway, so I got my little food and then I went and sat down outside. Let me tell you something. I felt so good sitting down outside. It was beautiful. It wasn't a breeze, but it was beautiful. I was watching the young people, just talking to one another and fraternizing and, just the whole little group thing. And I was sitting at a big old table by myself. I chose the table by myself. And then the person that I met, oh, I'm sorry, when I first got there, I met a Tony Alexander, who's the president. Well, when Tony came back to sit over there with me, I found out that Tony Alexander went to college, went to graduate school, I'm sorry, with Dr. Chris Bass. Look at that. Dr. Chris Bass, I love him and his beautiful wife over at Spelman and my soror, because he's brilliant. And we used to have so much fun teaching together at Clark Atlanta University. And there I am with his classmate. I said, oh God, okay. Then I got the feeling good about that. I said, okay, Mr. Alexander, I'm good. And then I stopped the young lady, the vice president. I didn't get her name. She didn't have a card. And so, she came and sat down with me. She came and sat down. I was just pleased, as they say. And she told me about the organization and, just there was going to be a speaker. And I said, okay, because it's a listen and learn lunch. And I came to listen and learn. And then Cedric, who is in charge of a restaurant, came out and spoke with me, gave me a card to come back again. And then I wrote a yep for him because the food was delicious. After that, it was getting hot. And I noticed everybody moved in and they took you're supposed to stand in front of them, take pictures. I wanted to stand in front of it and take a picture, but I don't know. I was just like, I don't know. I was like, you're the oldest one here standing in front of no, don't do that. So you know how they have red carpet or something, you stand in front of all the people who are on the backdrop so you can say, see, this is where I was. Well, I didn't think I need to do that. So I didn't do it. But I like being there. So the speaker. Okay, so I come inside and I sit and I stand, I look around, I find a place to sit, just kind of sit. And I sat behind the speaker. And I sat behind, hold your breath, hold up, everybody. Dun, 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 dun. I sat behind two major players in the music industry. Two major. People would be like, Georgette, how would you know to sit there? I don't know, but God told me to sit there. So attorney Shay Lawson, she's a legend entertainment lawyer. Shay Lawson, a legend. She sat right in front of me. And right across from her was her brother, Ty Huntley. And they have, I got the card. I got this card. So it's the Lawson McKinley law firm. I need them. I need Ty. I need Shay. I know I've done something because I've been doing all this on my own. How do you release an album, write the music, get it copyrighted? Is that right? Get a copyright. Find musicians, get help. I got help at the center, the Absalon Center. Put on a one-woman show with the music, record the music, put it on an album, get it on 27 platforms, and you've never done any of that before in your life. That's me. Grace of God. The next move is a Shay Lawson. And on top of that, Mr. Alexander told me, Tony Alexander said, you got to make this other lady, Michelle Kaplinger, Kaplinger, Caplinger, Kaplinger, Michelle. but everybody knows she's like the brand. She's over the Academy in Atlanta. I was thinking, wow, Georgianne, I really I felt great being there. They didn't make me feel like I didn't belong there. I made myself feel like I didn't belong there. Everyone was gracious. AIMP. I'm going to join them. I'm going to join them with them because I'm already on the mailing list because I gave them my card. Of course, people didn't have cards. They have on you give the person your phone, and then the phone reads the QR thing code, and then you get all the information in your phone. Oh, I'm gonna get that. Trust me, I'm gonna have that on my phone. I'm gonna get me somebody to do that for me. So I won't have a card anymore. I just said, here's my QRC code. It was just nice. It just reminded me of my days. You remember when you were in your 40s? See, this is for age 65 and older. You may be watching it because you met me today, but I'm talking to the 65 and older people. Um, you know, but you remember when you were in your 50s, these people, I guess the oldest person may have been 50. I'm not sure, maybe. But it doesn't matter. 55 at the max. But they were all beautiful, and they were just enthusiastic, and they were about the business of the business. I told them that I'm looking for people to sing my songs. The only song that I would like to sing is Can't We Be Friends with Bunny Raitt. Now, everything else, I still want somebody else to sing. I really want Shirley Ralph to sing Can't We Be Friends as part of the theme for Abbott Elementary. The two characters, Janine and Gregory, I think the song fits the characters, and I would like to see the song as a theme song. And have Shirley Riley, some kind of way, her character sing it. I don't know how to get that done. But if I keep talking about it, it will happen, because that's what I would like to have happen. And I need to try. I'm manifesting it. It is happening. And but it was good being in the midst of people who this is what they do. It reminded me of if you go to a conference, a college conference on the humanities, or MLA conference for the foreign language, or Atlanta Association of Black Journalists for the journalists. I've been to all of the above. Like minds. Like minds. People who can help you and network and maybe take you to the next level. I don't think anybody in there looked at me as somebody could take to the next level, but I don't think they looked at me as somebody that didn't belong there. I would venture to say that the way God works, I might be the hidden gem, the diamond in the rough, the one that they turn around and say, she was at our event. Because the songs just need voices, not mine. Not mine. I think Avery Sunshine. I like to see Avery Sunshine sing one of my songs. Mary J. Blige, you've heard me say that before. To sing one of my songs. Jennifer Hudson. Because the songs require singers. Not, people who can sing. They sing. They have the voice. Montel Jordan. Montel Jordan. I think I like to hear him sing. Say That You Will. I think that'll be a good song for him. Or Say That You Will. Or it's another person I want to think about. Say That You Will. I don't know why I can't think of his name right now. Jamal, just something. But anyway, I knew him from years ago. I don't know why I can't think of his name. I can see his handsome face right now. Just a good guy too. I don't know where he's been, but I have the music. I have the music, and I'm hoping that God will send the people that can sing the songs. Now let's talk about Georgianne being a grown up today? Well, all of you will laugh because it was hard being a grown up. It was difficult. My leg, I'm looking at it now, my ankle swole so big. And you don't want to pretend like you're not an age. But when you first walk in, you're not trying to say, hello, 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 it's a senior citizen here. They could see that. And I wasn't looking for anybody to admire. I just didn't want to admire that I was there. I just didn't want anybody to frown or go and say, oh my God, what was that old lady doing here? And then they still might say it. Remember when I first heard old lady? Oh, it was memorable. That old lady over there. Oh my God, it was memorable. I should always remember it. But overall, they were very warm. I mean, Shay Lawson is not anybody you play with. She was very nice to me. Ty, her brother, was very nice to me. You can hear things about people, and then you meet them, and I never knew the Michelle Kaplinger, but she was very warm. And both of them said, I don't have a card right now, but let me send you an email while we're sitting right here. There's something to be said about that. Nobody has to be nice to you or do anything for you or even acknowledge you. You're not owed that. You're owed respect, but you're not owed anything that happened to me. You're not owed the manager coming out, sitting down and talking to see if I was all right. I don't know the young lady's name. She had on a beautiful outfit, long hair, tall. She went and got me a drink of water. I had some water, and I said, oh, I have some water. Thank you. Just a benevolence. And then I sat there, you all, and I put my head back, and I was so glad to be sitting outside. I have craved that. I don't go to Starbucks anymore. I haven't been since the pandemic. I don't want to go. I just don't want to go. It's my closest place to sit outside. Why don't we have places in the SWATs where you can sit outside? Oh, I think there's a place up here called Buzz. I think you can go up there. But it's not but two little places outside. It's busy, congested. I mean, this may have been busy, congested, but not the time of day that I was there. It started at 11. It was over at 1:30. So the traffic wasn't coming. It was nice and quiet. And just to sit outside and talk with people, I miss that. I thought I was in New York or Paris somewhere, mostly in Paris. I just think we don't have enough places to sit outside. Or maybe it's because I've been in the house for 8 months as a caretaker, and I could have been outside. I don't know. But it was something about sitting outside today. It was something about sitting outside away from the SWATs, away from home, with people I didn't know. It made me, I was glad I had my passport with me. I mean, back in the day, I would have just gone to the airport and selected me a place to go and bought something when I got there. That's how much energy. When I talked to Michael on the phone, he told me he couldn't come. He said, Georgianne, you sound like yourself. I guess the enthusiasm of hearing and talking about music. You see, I don't do a lot of that with people because it's only Tafasi or Nancy that I really can speak with. Jeremy Johnson and Nancy Westmoreland. Nancy is over in Tennessee, and Jeremy and I just haven't worked out how to get the studio thing going, with Dwayne Kelly. That's an awesome engineer, one of the awesome two engineers that I know. Sam is the other one. So I don't know, people. It was an interesting day, all in the life of Georgianne. I also worked on the museum. You know, I told you I filmed, and then I talked with Beverly Fontaine, and she's getting her part together. And Lawrence Blinky Walden gave me everything, and I can't wait to see what magic Beverly Maddox and her people are going to do for the museum. It's so much stuff in here. You know, this is a museum, but it's a lot of things. When people come here, they just like, they don't know where to look. I don't either. I wish my house was like Beverly's. I don't know where to look, but you can at least see. She doesn't have that. You know, you can see through the house, you can see stuff. And that's so, as I give you all advice, I need to give my own self some advice on creating a space for myself that feels like me. The clutter is worrying me, and I think that's why I can't sleep at night. It's just too much. I would like to have it where you don't see anything but pristine things. And I don't have that right now, but I like things. You see up there, you see things. So if you like things, it's sort of like a conflict. I'm conflicted myself. I want the things, you know, like I have over here where you can't see. I think I think the camera flipped one day and you saw the things behind the door. That's Dr. Tibbs. Why do I have all of Dr. Tibbs, the pharmacist, stuff in my house? Well, one, all Dr. Tibbs, the pharmacist, stuff was on the streets to be picked up by the trash people. How could you have the eminent Dr. Tibbs items on the street to be picked up by the trash? My good friend Taylor Slayton called me and said, you know that, he had passed away, and then the mother, his wife was there, and the kids, I think, got the mother. I think she went back to India. I think so, and the children got what they were going to get, and then when the mother had a bunch of stuff, and then I don't know who came and got the mother, but it was too much. She couldn't pack up all of it. They sold the house, and there are some things still in the house. And so the people who bought the house, they don't have any reverence for the stuff that's left in the house. It looked like junk. But one person's junk is another person's treasure. And for me, it's historical. And I think I called Archbishop John Lewis and said, I'm not giving anything away. So no, don't start. It was on the street. And my friend, who had a bad back, went over there and got all of it off the street. She made several boxes of Dr. Tibbs. He was in the State House. Did he run for governor? I don't know, but he was in the State House. He was a Republican. And all his attaché case, I don't see it right now because it's all still right here. But anyway, you can't throw that kind of thing away. That's what I'm saying to you all. When you close your eyes, me included, these kids don't have time to catalog all this stuff. They just let it sit here till somebody comes and get it. Give it to your schools. Give it to your alma mater. At the Woodruff Library would take everybody's, and Emory would take yours and pay you. At one while, Emory was paying. They must have been paying a lot of money because they got Alice Walker's, and they got Dr. Pearlie Dove. She was all of that at Clark College, and then Clark Atlanta University. But all her papers went to Emory. And I think the papers, the the secretary for NAACP or the secretary for SNCC or SC, I don't know what. Anyway, I think some of that went to Emory. So it can go wherever it needs to go, but I would like to try to kind of gather up some stuff. I have something already at Woodruff. Andrea Jackson made sure that I had enough sense to bring her something. But our movie did well, was written well, done well. All that was by my daughter. Foot Soldiers, the class of 1964, a plethora of awards. The reason why, because she could go to the archives at Woodruff Library, and she could go through items that were left by family members to Woodruff Library. Well, if somebody wanted to chronicle what happened with all of us in the movement, then I should have some stuff there. Or what happened in Atlanta, what happened to Black, it may not be any more Black people in Atlanta one day. They may have to research that and say, well, what Black people lived here? It may be a library. We're taking a chance and giving it to the library. I like what I'm doing with the digital museum that Cornell came up with. We might need to digitize all this stuff. If I had the money, I would hire a crew of people, and they would just come here every day and digitize everything over here. I think there's some stuff downstairs, but definitely everything over here. I don't want to throw it away, but I would give it to the Atlanta University Center if I knew it was digitized. That means it would be available to everyone. Just think about how much we've thrown away, how much of our history we've thrown away. I told you about this, happened to be a white woman. I'm sorry. Who has all these Black pictures. Black families. Where are your Black family pictures? The nice coats the men wore, and the women wore the long dresses, and they sat and posed. She has all of them because we threw them away. Forgive me. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing it. So, it was a good day. It was a great day. Thank you, Michael Tyler. Thank you. My buddy, a longtime friend, who said, Georgianne, if you're going to be in this business, then you need to go somewhere and learn something. You need to see some people. You need to talk to some people. You need to find out who the people are. And then when you get your songs out, start going to finish getting the songs out. Let these people know what you want. Let them know that you got product. Let them know you have product. And that you're a member of ASCAP and BMI and all these things you've stumbled upon yourself. Let them know you're on 27 platforms. That we don't know how you got there, but the Lord just said, let me just help this girl. That's amazing. And so I didn't mean to go all of this today, but it was good. It was good to know that this keyboard I have in front of me, I'm going to get there. The music that I have. See, you know what else I have? I have big band music. All my father's music. Have we ever talked about that? I have a big old box. A big box. Handwritten big band music. Never been published. Handwritten 1930 something, 1940 something. That I'm having to pull together and get a copyright on. Because I can't let anybody have it before that. But it's taking me a minute. I just need somebody to come and help me. I need my own crew, don't I? This man's music, he never got it out. My father's music never, nobody heard it but my mother. I have it all right here. What do you have of your families that's just sitting somewhere? Waiting. You know, we can honor those ancestors that never, think of Zora Neale Hurston. You know, she never knew, but we know. Same way about my dad. I talk to him all the time and said, Dad, I'm sorry it took me so long. He gave me It's a New Day, his spirit, right after he died. That was in 1968. I didn't get it published, and I got it copywritten in 69, but I didn't sing it officially until my one-woman show, age 77. Only God will let me live long enough. I just don't want to go any longer without getting it all done. I don't know how long I have. I feel I got to get it done. I got to get all this done. Don't you have some stuff to get done? You got some stuff to get done. I'm not going to ask that question. I'm going to say, you got some stuff to get done. What are you waiting for? I was excited when I spoke to Beverly Fontaine because that meant she got up and did some stuff. This is a brilliant woman with brilliant artwork over there. Just, I do it one day. Like Sean Walker, class of 2018. You all know she's Catholic. She didn't want to be, but she can sculpture. Oh my God. We got all this talent out here. But sometimes I think we just get tired because it's harder. We don't have that white face privilege where you can just stroll in with a half a note or a half a song or a half a piece of art. And it's like, oh, it's brilliant. All that stuff got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times better. You see? That I'm not making excuses for Georgianne because I didn't follow my dream. I did not. I kept it all here. I couldn't figure out how to do it. And now here I am trying to hold something together. I had people who said they were going to help me. I don't know. I'm going to rely on God. Don't you think that's a good thing? I think it's a good thing. I run over my time. I love you. I love you. I love you. Did you see my glasses today when I did the video? Oh, I thought that was just brilliant. I just put the glasses up there so you would know it was me. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't find these glasses anymore. I have looked for them dollar store. If you see some glasses like this, just go and get them for me. $1.25. All right? I love you, my darlings. I love you. And you can't do anything about it.